Hello my dear students, we are going to discuss electric field strength due to a long uniformly charged conducting cylinder by using Gauss law. We know the Gauss law. So here let us consider radius of the conducting cylinder is capital R and its surface charge density is sigma coulomb for meter square. Coulomb for meter square is the SI unit of surface charge density. So here this is the cylinder, it has positive charge, uniform distribution. We want to field due to this cylinder outside. First let us discuss outside. Outside at what distance from the axis? Take this is the axis. So at what distance from it? R distance. At a distance R. I want field here. What is the field due to long cylinder, conducting cylinder at distance R? So here at this point what is the field? First draw the Gaussian surface around it. Gaussian cylinder. Gaussian cylinder. Students, we know the Gaussian cylinder. On the Gaussian cylinder, at all point, intensity of electric field in magnitude wise is same, and E bar and ds bar are parallel or perpendicular. If it is parallel, no problem. Perpendicular, no problem. That means here the angle between E bar and ds bar must be same at all points on Gaussian surface. That is the limitations of Gauss law. Gauss law is applicable for symmetric surfaces, and on Gaussian surface E bar must be same in magnitude wise. Angle between E bar and ds bar same at all points. So here, this is the Gaussian surface. Students, this is the Gaussian surface. So here Gaussian cylinder, so field at this point, imagine this is the one small portion. Area vector on this portion is this side. Suppose cylinder, field, area vector this side, radially outward. ds bar, no problem sir. Here E bar also same direction of ds bar. At this point E bar and ds bar same direction. Here also E bar and ds bar is same direction on this surface. And magnitude wise field also same. About this here field E, here E, here E, because here to here is same distance. So sir, listen carefully. E bar and ds bar will be same. E bar and ds bar same. What about here? Same sir. ds bar this side, here E bar. Please listen about this sir E bar. What about here? ds bar. This angle 90, this angle 90. Flux through circular surface is 0 or flat surface is 0. Flux through flat surface is 0. Students, you should remember this one. The flux through flat surfaces is 0 because E bar and ds bar are perpendicular to each other. Therefore E bar dot ds bar is equal to 0. Integration E bar dot ds bar through flat surfaces is 0. Through flat surfaces flux 0. Okay, no problem. What about the curved surface? Curved is there na? E bar and ds bar, but through curved surface, the flux through flux through curved surfaces. Curved surface is E bar dot ds bar. Both are say E bar and ds bar same direction. Na? That's why here what about this? E bar dot ds bar equal to what? E ds cos 0. Therefore here E bar dot ds bar, your answer is E ds, sir. Okay, no problem. Therefore sir, integration total flux na? Total flux through curved surface, students, curved surface is equal to what? Here integration EDS. So here curved, due to flat surface flux 0, due to curved surface this one. Therefore students, this due to curved surface is nothing but, so flux through entire cylinder, Gaussian surface, which is equal to integration EDS only. Integration EDS is nothing but E into, please listen, E into integration DS. Integration DS is nothing but area of this curved surface. Therefore here E into, students, E into 2 pi small r into L. This is equation 1. Okay, is it clear up to this? Okay, right. Here E bar dot ds bar is equal to E into 2 pi r into L. E bar dot ds bar, integration E bar dot ds bar is nothing but the flux through entire this Gaussian surface. Flat surface 0, curved is there. That's why entire is nothing but E into 2 pi r into L. So therefore next step is, sir, E bar dot ds bar is nothing but Q net by epsilon naught. Q net is nothing but charge on this portion, entire this portion. Imagine students, the length of this Gaussian surface is L. Therefore Q net is nothing but sigma charge per unit surface area, sigma into area of this portion. Listen, area of this portion. Charge are distributed across this one, this length. Sigma into 2 pi capital R into L by epsilon naught is equal to right side E into 2 pi R into L. Okay students, now which is cancelled here? 2 pi cancel, L cancel. E is equal to sigma into capital R is there, sigma to capital R by epsilon naught into R. So here in this, students, sigma is the constant, capital R is constant, epsilon naught is constant. Which is variable? Small r. Small r changes, E also changes. E is inversely proportional. Outside at any point for conducting cylinder, E out is equal to, already we derived, sigma r by epsilon naught r. Therefore E out is inversely proportional to r. Clear? Now on surface it is capital R, small r is greater than capital R, this one. Small r equal to capital R. Therefore on surface sigma r by epsilon naught, this is what? Capital R, cancel. Es equal to sigma by epsilon naught. This is the maximum. Field is maximum. Then inside at any point, students listen, inside at any point, therefore field inside at any point is because there is no charge, there is no charge inside the inside of the cylinder, inside of the cylinder, because it is conducting cylinder, na? So field inside. When a graph drawn between E and R, E is the magnitude of intensity of electric field due to a conducting cylinder, and R is the distance of given point from the axis of cylinder. So here at center on the axis field 0. Field 0 small r less than capital R. Small r less than capital R. Up to surface, exact at surface is maximum, this value. Up to surface field is 0. That's why here field start here at this point. Small r equal to capital R, field is maximum and then decreases gradually. E is inversely proportional to 1 by r outside up to this. Okay. So here it is maximum. Then, so what's that? Here this is the intensity of electric field, magnitude of intensity of electric field and distance. Or field only right side, left side there is no field. Here field is there. So that's why when a graph drawn between this is the only magnitude, we have to write a graph. So here magnitude is always positive, that's why here this is direction. E is inversely proportional to 1 by r. Okay. This is the only, this graph is given, sir. Yes, this is the correct. Both here magnitude wise left side and right side are mentioned. This is the correct. Then when a graph drawn between E bar and R, E bar and R. So here this is a cylinder, field at this point, this side. At this point, this side. Field, so at this point is right side E bar is positive. That's why your graph is similar to this one only. Graph is similar to this one. So small r is equal to capital R. Then about this side, sir. About this side, small r equal to capital R. Inside at any point, inside the cylinder, field 0. Just outside started. So here, this is the graph. Okay? Is it clear? Right, thank you.